Hi guys, today I'll be sharing with you my little push from about 6-4 to 6-7 using this balloon cycle deck. So this deck has been quite common for the past few months actually. So I'll be sharing 3 different matchups. So first one would be against Lava Miner, second one would be against Hog Cycle, and then third one would be against Golem Lightning. Alright, so let's hop into the first match over here against this Lava Hound deck. Alright, so we're gonna skip a little. Okay. So first play over here, I decided to send a miner because I've seen some pros do it and it's actually quite okay first play because they have to respond to your miner. Even if they have pump and you don't have your miner in hand, you could always cycle back the next push. Alright, so a little unfortunate here that he lavaed into the same lane as my miner. So I know I had to defend first because I'm already down 3 elixir, so it's not okay to go and punish the opposite lane at this point in time. It's a common mistake which I made in the past, always trying to punish opposite when they put a tank behind. But I learned from Benzer Riddell as well that when you're down in elixir, especially in single elixir, it's always best to defend first. But of course we do take a substantial amount of damage here, but I think that was the best play because if I tried to punish opposite lane, I'll most probably lose my tower over here as well. Alright, so Bomb Tower we played in this spot to try to take out the Lava Pups with its death damage. Alright, so the way you want to play this matchup against Lava Miner is actually to observe his 2 air defenses, because usually they only have 2 air support units in this deck. So he hasn't played his Inferno yet, so I wouldn't have known that. So I would know it's Baby D and something else. So usually you can outcycle them. So over here I'm still playing passively because I don't know what it is yet. It's usually harder against Mega Minion because they can take out your balloon. So against Inferno I know I can reset that. So okay, so now I say he played this Inferno at the back. So this was actually one of my mistakes here. I should have went opposite lane. But I decided to go into the same lane. So over here we can see we did not actually take tower because the Bomb Tower's death damage actually killed the balloon even though I did a snowball to reset. So this was one of the mistakes that you guys can learn as well. The moment he used both air defense, you can go opposite lane with the balloon. Okay, but now I know what his both air defense is. I'm confident that in Double Elixir I can outcycle him and then punish him as well because he didn't even have snowball, he uses Barbaro. So over here he played this lava in the back, I decided to go over here. And then we cycled the Muskie on the right to take care of the Lava Hound and then to get back to our snowball. This was important here to get the extra hit on the tower. So it decides to poison my Musketeer. So Bomb Tower is usually placed in this position so like your death damage can deal with the Lava Pups. So I did the Muskie in the middle here to try to distract both sides, and looking at the time actually I felt confident I could defend. So I decided a snowball on the Baby D to retarget would be the best option. And because he played this lava in the back, I knew that it's unlikely it would reach to do enough damage, so I sent a miner on the left to take tower. And then we place the Bomb Tower again in the same position to deny the Lava Hound, and then we pre-cycle Barb Barrows because Miner would most probably be the thing that kills us. So we successfully defend his Miner, and then that's how we won this matchup. Alright, so we'll move on to the second matchup right now. Alright, so for the second matchup against Hog Earthquake, again this is a very common ladder deck. So let's hop into it and see how we dealt with this matchup. So playing against Katsuya, who is quite a good player over here. So looking at my starting hand, I'll most probably just cycle Skellies and then Barb Barrow if I need, or Skellies and Miner. So he played his bats first, so I cycle Skellies, and then when the bats crossed a little, I would send a Miner so they don't retreat and hit the Miner. Alright, so seeing he played his Mini P.E.K.K.A and I don't have my Skellies, I knew I needed to spend a little more on defense, so I placed the Ice Golem. He placed his Ice Golem, so I know I needed to place my Musketeer here. And then over here, the Mini P.E.K.K.A would most probably have gotten a hit, so I decided I had to snowball. There's no point in risking that extra damage. So when he played his MA, we most probably know it was gonna be like something like Hog Earthquake. So I was a little slow to react with the Bomb Tower, but that's fine anyway because Bomb Tower placed in any position actually fully denies the Hog, so you don't really have to place it in the middle. So after seeing that, I just needed to know whether he was playing Earthquake or Rocket, because Rocket can deny your balloon but Earthquake doesn't. Right, so at this point here we're just cycling again, and then we decide to go with this because he's using bats, so that is the best position to play your balloon on top of the Ice Golem. So it decides to counter push over here, so I needed to place my Muskie to defend, and then I needed the snowball to keep it alive or off the Muskie. So over here actually the Skellies might be Might have been a wasted one elixir, but I would have to cycle them anyway. So I decided to take damage on the right because I already took the mini P.E.K.K.A hit on the left. So that's fine, but now I almost know his entire deck. I know that he doesn't have good balloon defenses, and he most probably doesn't have a building as well. So that's why I could just do Ice Golem balloon pushes. Alright, so over here he decides to go Hog Earthquake, but I don't have like Skellies or Snowball, so I decide to take the extra Hog hit. So again, as I said, I know his both his air defenses. It's just Bats and Magic Archer, both of which are not good defense against my balloon because I have Ice Golem and Snowball. So I can just do this at the bridge. So a little unfortunate that his mini P.E.K.K.A went in front over here, so I decided to defend with a Miner and then replace Skellies at the side to avoid being locked. Again, over here he sends his Hog. I put my Bomb Tower in that position to hope that the death damage does some damage to the Hog as well. So of course we still take a lot of damage over here, so I placed the Muskie. Looking at the time left, I know most probably he needed some extra chip from the MA, so we decided to predict him over here to stop his MA, and that was lucky that the Muskie locked onto the MA instead of the Ice Golem. So 30 seconds left, I feel that I could have defended all his Hog hits, so we decided to play it at the bridge. And then over here we used a Snowball as well to defend the Hog. So unfortunately we took some MA chips over here. So again we just try to defend his Hog because only 10 seconds left over here. So we placed everything high to try to deny his MA chip as well. So that's most probably what you want to do against this matchup, to go aggressive with your balloon. And just be mindful of his mini P.E.K.K.A. Make sure that you have some defenses against his mini P.E.K.K.A. Alright, so we'll hop into the third match now. Alright, so for the third matchup here, we're playing against Golem Lightning. I would say this would be the hardest out of the three that I've shared because they have NATO, they have Lightning, and they have like good air defense. Mega Minion, Night Witch, and Baby D. So let's see how I played against this matchup over here. Alright, so looking at my starting hand, I most probably want to cycle Snowball or just Ice Golem and then just play passively until we know what they're playing. So most important is always to figure out what is their air defense and their win condition. How are you going to defend against their win condition? Alright, so I cycled a Snowball first and then I see him placing his Baby D in the back. So the Muskie, you most probably want to place it high. If you cycle it all the way in the back, the Baby D will get splash damage. Again, you can see my hand already on the Ice Golem because people like to Lightning at this point. So I decided, in case it's Lightning, so I gotta place my Ice Golem. Alright. So again over here, hands on the Skellies to protect the Muskie. So I think I protected it to do enough damage to the Lumberjack, so I don't have to spend extra to defend that Lumberjack. So again, we're just cycling with our Miner here. So we see it placed the Golem in the back, so I already have a Miner tanking, so I would send my Balloon. Again, to force out air defense or to force out his Tornado. That is good because if he uses NATO on defense, then he can't use it on offense. So against Golem, you most probably need to know what spell is he playing. So you want to space out your troops and your building to not give him lightning value. So we place Muskie on the end of the screen over here. So we can see that we're waiting for his support, or we're waiting for his lightning. Okay, the moment he lightnings, then we try to defend. So over here I was a little slow with the Ice Golem kite, but that is generally what you want to do, to kite all his support to the other lane. So over here we took a little more damage than we should have because of our slow reaction to his Lumberjack. Alright, so again we most probably already know his entire deck. So the key is over here is to give a little bit of pressure without using actually your Ice Golem, because I would always prefer to have Ice Golem on defense. So over here I didn't want to take any damage, so I gave him a Snowball. So again we're cycling here, so as you can see we had the choice to use an Ice Golem Balloon, but we just decided to go Balloon Miner because I wanted to save my Ice Golem for defense. Alright, so over here again we have to force him to spend some elixir to defend our push, and then that way we can defend his Golem a little better. So again we space out our units over here, so we put our Muskie over here. Alright, so at this point over here we already know he's gonna lightning anyway, so the Ice Golem is actually key. Whether you put it at the Muskie or you put it at the bomb, he's gonna get some value. So I decided actually here we can place it a little high, so actually he only can lightning one of it. So the Ice Golem actually survives anyway. So in the past I would put the Ice Golem near the Muskie and stuff to try to protect it, but if he lightnings it's gonna die anyway. So over here we just put some things to protect our Musketeers and the Ice Golem to protect it as well from the Tornado. So it's getting a little close over here, and then we can see that there's actually not much time left, so we decide to attack again to force him to defend. So we can't let him Golem at this point. because he'll most probably take tower with Golem Lightning, so we have to attack. And then we'll try to deny as much as we can. Seeing that he didn't have Nado and Psycho, so we managed to take tower with that last push over there. Alright, so the key I would say against this matchup is to give a considerable amount of pressure on the opposite lane. And then we'll try to deny his Golem, and also to kite all his support units with your Ice Golem. Alright, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this series with my mini ladder push. If there's some plays that I didn't do well, or some things that I could have done better, please do leave a comment at the bottom so we can all improve together. Alright, so see you guys in my next video. See you!